Hi guys, good morning. Welcome to my video. Today we'll be showing how to assemble our PC. So here on our motherboard we have our CPU cage, we have our north bridge, south bridge, we have the CMOS battery, we have our RAM slot, we will also have inductors and capacitors enabling electricity. We have our audio ports, we have USB ports, the internet port, we have the power port, the serial port, the VGI, the power supply port. So the first thing we're going to put in our cage is the CD-ROM, our CD-ROM. After feeding our CD-ROM, we have to put our CPU into the CPU cage. The CPU is known to be the brain of the computer because it carries all operations and functions. Also, the north bridge was having a heat sink, so we are going to place a heat sink on it to absorb and neutralize heat. So after that, we are going to put our motherboard, that's the mini ATX motherboard, in place, and we are screwing it to make sure that everything is well fitted and is stable. After that, we are going to put our fans, which have to take out hot air and bring in cold air into the system to neutralize the components in the system. These fans helps to bring the temperature of the PC in place. So after putting our fan, the next thing we are going to put is our heatsink. This heatsink is put directly on the CPU because the CPU carry out all functions and produces so much heat. So this heatsink absorbs the heat produced by the CPU and send in cold air. That is, it neutralizes the heat, it absorbs and neutralizes the heat. Our PC was having three fans, and this fan was placed directly on the south bridge and north bridge as we have fitted it like that. We have our RAM slot, our RAM, which was for storage, and we are going to fit it into the RAM slot found on the motherboard. After that, the next component we are to put is our hard disk drive. On the hard disk drive, we have the power supply cable and the SATA cable. But we are going to fit in our cables very well for easily data flow and power supply flow. After fitting it well on the necessary ports, we now place our hard disk drive carefully and in a proper manner for high performance. So some of the things that are necessary for us to, or the importance of proper assembling of our equipment is, we talk of airflow and cooling within components is efficient. We talk of efficient power distribution and easy troubleshooting if there is any problem in the device. We talk of it also improve performance. Thank you very much. In this video, we are going to be installing our OS in a virtual machine. Here, after downloading our VirtualBox and its ISO file, we now select our OS as our operating system, the operating system we want to, which is Windows. We then create our new virtual machine by clicking on new, and then we put in our name or the name of our virtual machine and select the version we want, which is the Windows 10 64-bit. We then allocate the amount of RAM and storage space to our virtual machine. Actually, this takes some time. After doing all those things, he has to install or he has to load. There are processes that he has to load. So after that, they are going to give us their terms, their rules and regulations, which we are going to press on agree and accept the rules and regulations. We then move now to the amount of that's a ISO file. So we click on the virtual machine setting, we move to storage and then click on the optical drive and select choose a disk file to load the downloaded ISO file. From there, we then start our virtual machine by clicking on start to boot the virtual machine. After booting, we're going to take some time to download or to load. We are just going to be a little bit fast. It's going to take some time to load. So we then follow the installation process of the operating system and do everything as being directed in the machine. So some of the challenges I encountered in installing this process were time consuming. It was not easy downloading this app because it takes a lot of time to download. we talk of internet problem. We had a lot of unstable internet here in school. So in this video we'll be connecting and configuring our peripherals. That's the mouse, the keyboard, the monitor, and the printer. Some of the difficulties or some of the issues that these peripherals can face is the keyboard might not be connecting, that's not working. For the solution can be, you can properly connect the connect the keyboard to the computer using the USB cable. That's why we have to check our cable. We check if the battery is still there. If the mouse is not well connected to, you check if the mouse is well connected to the computer. So I'll be explaining to you how we connected our printer to the PC. To connect our printer to the PC, the first thing we did was we identified the printer's name, which the printer we are connecting will be the HP Cooler Lisa MP179 printer. So we downloaded the OS, that's the operating system of this printer, and fill in the necessary information to configure it so that it can be connected to the PC. So what we did was we agreed to the terms. We double click after downloading the operating system and double click on the system to open it. After opening it, we agreed to their terms and regulations, and after that they gave us an option either to connect using a USB cable or using the Wi-Fi, but we will be connecting using the USB cable. After that, we were asked if we would like to print out the document to be sure that the connection has been properly done, and we did that, and here is the video to show that. So here we wanted to connect our keyboard, our mouse, and our monitor to the PC. So to connect the monitor to the PC, we were using the DVI cable, and it has a DVI port. And for the keyboard and the monitor, it was using the USB cable, and we'll connect it using the USB port. So to connect it, we have to screw the DVI cable to the DVI port, as you can see, as I am demonstrating on the video. And to connect our mouse and our keyboard, we connected it to the USB port found on the PC, as I am doing it below. So to know, after connecting everything, we have to make sure that all our peripherals are well connected and are working with the PC. So to do that, we are going to check the light that is showing there on the keyboard, and there will be a light also on the mouse. Alright, from there we are going to switch on our monitor to see if it's connected to the PC, and the monitor was connected to the PC. So to know if the mouse is working, you will see a cursor pointing at the screen, and you can use the mouse to move on the monitor wherever you want to. So to check if our keyboard is moving or is functional, we are going to go to the search button and type maybe a word or something, as I am doing in the video to see. And actually the keyboard was working because I searched for the word girl and it showed. And so in our next video, we'll be upgrading the RAM and adding our SSD. So here, some of the benefits of upgrading our RAM include improved multitasking, improved performance, loading and application become faster, and to upgrade our SSD we reduce power consumption, improve speed, and all the like. So here we are increasing our RAM from 4GB to 8GB, and placing or putting our SSD drive where necessary, and for this laptop we had to screw it. So in our next video, we'll be talking about troubleshooting hardware devices. So some of the common hardware issues and some proposed solutions are overheating. If your machine is overheating, you apply thermal paste to it, to the CPU, to solve the problem of overheating, and also clean your fan. So yeah, after looking at my machine, I saw that the battery was bad, because I used another battery to test it, and I saw that the battery was not functioning well. And also the charging system also had a problem, that is the charger was not charging the the battery so well. We'll be setting up our small office by networking and connectivity. So here is my my laptop that I'll be using, my router, and we have my internet cable and the charger of my router. So what we do in the first place is to connect our internet cable to the PC and the router. After connecting the cable, we now download the operating system of the router to our machine and configure it as follows. So after connecting our router and our computer, the next thing we have to do is we go to the search bar and search for CMB. A page is going to open, and we type ipconfig and press enter. It then gives us the addresses of the computer and that of the router. We click on the Chrome. We now go to Chrome browser and search the addresses of the router by typing the figures we saw. So when we type it, the address of the router, it's going to take us, or we are going to open the portal of the router, and we are going to configure it as follows. Let's wait for it to get open. It takes some time. There are some difficulties when it comes to network. So the portal of the router has opened. So we go to, the first thing we do is we click on wireless tab and fill in the name and the password and click on apply, and it's going to automatically change the name from the name that was given to it as admin to the name I'll be putting. Then the next thing we are going to do is we then click on the LAN tab and change the IP addresses, the submit mask if you want, but we are not going to do that. Okay, the main part here for the configuration is the part for the DHCP, which means the dynamic host configuration portal. Here the network is a network management portal used to automate the process of configuring devices on IP addresses. So here we can change the starting IP and the ending IP depending on the number of devices you want to connect on the computer. So after doing this, or after carrying out all these things, like for instance, for the starting IP, maybe you can put 10, and for the ending you can put 100. Means you can connect so many devices on it. So after connecting or configuring our router, we can now connect our printer to it by using the internet cable, like we did with my PC. I do not have a printer to show that. So these ports here are the various internet ports that you can use to connect maybe a printer, you can use to connect maybe a PC and so on. Thank you so much. We have come to the end of this video. I really want to appreciate you for watching. Thank you.